Nico, great speech. When I was at the contest last week, I came home and everybody in my family said, "How was the contest?" And I said, "You know, it was great, but let me tell you, something that made me feel badly was that you just started and you're such a great speaker." And so, what's going on here? Today's speech was supposed to be either to inform, persuade, entertain, or inspire. And one thing that you want to do is not combine all those things, because then it's too much information towards the speaker. You informed, you entertained, and you inspired. And I thought that was a good combination. I did not feel overwhelmed by everything that you were presenting. When I heard the title 1,576 Steps, it reminded me of that song from Ren, Seasons of Love, 525,600 seconds or minutes, which is the amount of time in the day to show love. And I thought that was a good analogy because a lot of people know that song from that play. And so I think we're going to remember the 1,576 steps. I liked the way that you started your opening. You put us in the place where you were standing. You made us feel like we were part of the environment. One thing that I thought you could have added was some of the senses. For instance, when you talked about that you were in the stairwell, it was dark, it was moldy, it was musty, you were rattling off those things so quickly that in that instance, I didn't feel like we could absorb all the information. And one thing that you could have done differently was pause and let us get that smell of the mustiness in that stairwell. I liked that you presented what your goal was. In 2018, you want to accomplish this. And I thought that went along with inspiring us. Because I'm thinking, well, what am I going to do in 2018? I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. But I liked the way that it wasn't a mantra that you should get your goals and you should set them now because look at what I'm going to do in 2018. I'm going to run this vertical New York City run-up. And in 2020, I'm going to win the speech contest. And so you didn't make us feel inadequate. I thought it was inspirational. I liked the way that you personalized it. You gave us what your preparation method was, and you went through all the steps, the body, the mind, the spirit. I thought that you could have had a little more details on the spirit. I don't know why. For some reason, I was like, did I kind of space out? Because what's his spirit? I didn't feel as much spirit as I felt with the body and the mind. As far as your presentation style, we had talked for a second beforehand, and when you evaluate somebody, especially if they're not on their first speech, you could ask them what are some of the things that they want to work on or where they thought they were weak. And one of the things that you had mentioned was your body. I noticed that you did do a lot of this swaying. I noticed that your gestures did not always match. For instance, you do a lot of this and a lot of this as you sway, and so we could kind of like do the dance. But you had a lot of opportunities when you're talking about vertical steps. You don't have to go vertical steps like this. I mean, those are vertical steps. And they're really tall, especially in the Empire State Building. And you're kind of a tall guy, so you could have given us that visual perspective. Another thing is when you did the, what's it called? Is it the Louvre or what? Luge. Example, Louvre was the in Paris. We were talking about Paris earlier. And you were talking about how they're going left and right. I thought you could do a little bit more with that stance. Overall, I thought it was a great speech. I think you have great goals. I think you have a good opportunity to achieve both of them, and I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Excellent. Good job all around. Fantastic. Well, a meeting like this only happens with the assistance of many of our helpers. So let me go ahead and use this opportunity now to get a report from some of the folks who assisted in making today's meeting all that it was.
Really quickly, please.
Yes.
Dear God in heaven. From our odd counter, can I have a quick report? Dawn, I believe?
Yes. Quickly.
Honk.
Yes, honk. I didn't honk very much. Everything went well. Just a couple of stows. Eric, one thing that I might want to say to you is when you walked up, Your first 2 words were and so. You are the president. Present yourself as the president, especially when we have a guest. You want to make it sound like this is the club she wants to join, and it is. So, so don't let that change your mind. Thank you.
Excellent, good job. Today's posture watcher.
Everyone did well today.
Okay, great stuff. Today's grammarian.
Okay, not too many infractions. Janice, Eric, Arnie, Eric, Dr. Jim all use the word of the day. And that's all I have today.
Excellent, good job. Are there any other... Timer.
Oh, why everyone did quite well today. Let's see. Eric, when you spoke, your speech was 5 minutes and 56 seconds, which is right in the right amount of time. Nico, your speech was, I have it here. Yours was 6 minutes and 13 seconds, so yours was right in there. And Shatish, or Eric, when you did table topics, 1 minute and 13 seconds. Dr. Jim, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Arnie evaluated Eric, 2 minutes and 41 seconds.
Oh my.
And Don evaluated Nico, 3 minutes and 35 seconds, a little long.
I think the final input is for me as your general evaluator. Great meeting, very good. I really like what you did with the nails and stuff like that. The only suggestion I would have is you put it out, you explained it to us, but you didn't give us a chance to really do it, which of course is a time issue, and that's always a bit of a challenge in a Toastmasters one. But once again, congratulations, extra energy, extra into the meeting. I thought it was a really great thing that sort of tied everything together. Well done.
Thank you,
Man.
Jim. Oh, yay, drum roll, please, my favorite part.